Hi everybody and welcome to this final round playthrough for Rookie Division in the White Cliffs 9-hole cup. As always on the channel, using true rookie clubs only. Please remember to hit thumbs up if you're enjoying the content and do consider becoming a subscriber to the channel. It's totally free. Let's get started. Here comes hole number 1. So going to be the quarterback once again, going with a Quasar just to make the second shot a little bit more easier because we don't want to be in between clubs. 2.8 bar topspin, setting up at max distance with the quarterback level 6. Bear in mind if you do have higher level QB you will need to back up slightly, otherwise you will risk rolling into the rough. Maximum distance plus 20 is the adjustment, and here I do push back up to max. With a 4.8 mile an hour wind this is fine. We do have some room, however if you do want to err on the side of caution then just push up a few rings rather than right up to max. Hit perfect. And we come in very nicely. The ball does park up before the rough there very nicely indeed. Second shot, once again going with the rough bump with the backbone. And we're going with 2 bars side spin to the right so we can aim at this nice patch of rough here and a little bit of top spin as well. Adjustment here is going to be max plus 40. Sadly, I deducted 0.1 because we weren't quite at max distance. However, I don't think we need to do that at all. Just go with maximum numbers plus 40%. Obviously, if you don't fancy the rough bump, play to the left-hand side with backspin and right spin and just get to green safely for a birdie. But this is, by any stretch of the imagination, this is the best chance for an eagle on this hole. Hit perfect. We bounce very nicely in the rough, but just needed a little bit more adjustment there. But a good chance nonetheless. Hole number 2 now, we're going to use Sniper and the Navigator ball. Now, we do sadly hit a great ball here, but I think we've got a good place for you to tweak from. Just under 2 bars of topspin is what I'm going here. Some of the blue ring in the rough, as you can see, and we're just going to aim at the pin as best we can, without, of course, risking the rough on the left. The adjustment I use here is medium distance plus 30% elevation. Mid plus 30. Then obviously we do need to adjust as accurately as we can. And then we're going to take our shot. But what you need to do, unlike me here, is you need to hit perfect. We hit a great left here sadly, which is kind of good to know that a great left is safe. We're not risking the rough. But it comes in a little bit short as well. So I would say go with 2 bars of topspin there to make sure that we are not short in line. Hole number 3 was going to go with the Katana, but decided no, let's see if we can go with a Quasar here instead. So that's what I do. So Quasar, extra mile, and what we're going to do here is apply 2 bars of left spin. And we're at max distance of the extra mile level 6. And we're going with 1 bar of top spin as well. Lower level extra mile, you will need to obviously set up at max, but then once you're done adjusting, I would recommend pushing up because you have less distance on your driver. Maximum distance, 10% elevation, and ball touching the outside wall of the adjustment ring to the left. So some left curl there, left edge of the ball touching the edge of the adjustment ring. And that comes in very nicely. We have room for a great left or a great right, and plenty of room before the end of the fairway as well. Could even push it slightly harder if you want, but I'd rather be safe than sorry. Second shot, I play here at max distance of the Sniper, and I'm going with some top spin and a little bit of left spin as well. Maximum distance, 0 elevation is what I'm doing here, and because we have a decent amount of tailwind for rookie, I'm not even going to bother doing any push-up because in qualifying round I pushed up and I didn't need to, it came in too hot. So just adjust max plus 0, and then we leave it where it is, and we're just taking a standard shot. Sadly, the case of the great balls continues into this hole for me, but I do like the speed here. Coming in nicely with the top spin, perfect ball would have been very, very close indeed. And on to hole number 4. Now this is going to be very awkward, to be honest, with the Guardian in rookie level. I'm just going to go with all the backspin that I have. Obviously, if you've got higher level Guardian, go with more backspin. But this is a safe route, to be honest, for a birdie with a Katana. So all the backspin that you can with all the right spin that you can, really. Medium distance plus 20. You could try setting further back. The problem with that is you are just further down the hill, and we don't want to risk this hole. Honestly, a hole in one is very tough here, so for true rookies, I'm just looking for a safe birdie. So we don't want to risk the sand or the water. We're just going to get on the green nicely for a simple putt, take the birdie and move on. Hole 6, little bit of a challenge here, especially for the second shot for true rookies. I was going to use a Kingmaker. I thought, no, let's try it with a Titan instead. 4.5 bars top spin, 2 bars side spin to the left. Power 3 ball is absolutely necessary here. I wouldn't advise going with anything less. So max distance, red ring touching the rough with the extra mile, level 6. Adjustment here is maximum distance with 10% elevation. Once we have adjusted, we don't push up at all, just leave it where it is. There's not much to push up anyway, and we just focus on hitting perfect. Again, great balls do risk the rough due to the narrow fairway and the low accuracy of the extra mile, level 6. Comes in very nicely. We're just aiming to get approaching this top corner of the fairway here, just so that we're not adding too much distance onto the second shot. This one is going to be tricky, so we just need to focus on hitting perfect. Go with all the top spin you have, 2 bar left spin. Setting up at max distance, and we're looking at the ball guide. I know we haven't got much of it, but just look at what we do have and aim it so that it is pointing down the middle of the rough and the sand. So we're not favouring one side or the other. Maximum distance, 0 elevation. Takes me into 1 ring and a bit of overpower. I'm going to give it a little bit extra. Minimum overpower here, 2 rings. If you feel confident nailing a perfect with a bit more, then by all means 3 or 4 rings will get you close to the green. But as you can see here, we just get a perfect, which is very nice, with 2 rings of overpower, and we have a makeable wedge from there. But like I say, if you want to push it harder, absolutely you can do so. Hole number 6 now. Awkward adjust here, so just, try and do your best. Navigator ball, we do have a little bit of headwind angle, so I'm going with 4.5 top spin, 1 bar side spin to the left. Backing up slightly. We don't want to aim too close to the bunker, but we do want to get ourselves into a nice position. Look, the cliff is in the way. What a pain. So I try and push the rings instead. Max 20. And we end up with that annoying glitch, because where the camera is, the game can't compute that you're wanting to adjust down there. So in the end, I have to do a really bad adjustment. But I just blag it, to be honest. So if you can zoom out and pull your rings rather than push them, it will be much, much better. But at least you've seen that that is a case there with the cliff in the way. So just do the best you can. Max plus 20 was my intended adjustment. Taking our shot, and we're just getting down there very, very nicely. And in similar fashion to the qualifying round, I'm going to play max distance of the Thorn here. So I'm going with my 3/4 bar top spin, which is all I have, but that's fine. That's all I need. And we've just got to aim as best we can, really, with the ball guide that we've got. You can see there I am at absolute max. Adjustment here, max distance, 0 elevation. So maximum distance, no elevation. And we take our shot once we've adjusted, of course. We have a very, very good look at this. The speed is nice, but I just feel we might have been a little bit off with our aim. So slightly more care needed there. Just takes the left edge, but a very, very good chance for an eagle. Anyway, with that one on hole 6. Hole 7, another awkward hole, to be honest, this par 3. So I'm going with the Guardian. 6 bars backspin, 2 bars side spin to the right, and we're doing a no movement shot. So leave the target where it is, set your spins, then we're going to adjust rings. And I'm playing this medium distance plus 30. Medium distance plus 30. Pushing the rings once again, just so we can see what we're adjusting. But this is a very difficult hole to get any consistency on, and to make matters worse, we did just clip a minor great left, but even so, we're getting the ball very nicely to stop on the green. Just veers off there, but the speed is pretty good, so I think a little tweak there. You've got a chance on hole 7. Hole number 8 now. We've got an eagle to show you here, which is awesome. Marlin ball is all we need. Setting up at max distance. And I'm going with 3.5 bars backspin and 0.5 bar side spin to the left. And we just aim straight down the middle. No need to risk either side on this one. Max distance with extra mile 6. If you've got a low level extra mile, You could back up or play it max, it will be further back with a little less backspin, or you can go with the power 1 ball instead. Max 10 is the adjust, maximum distance plus 10. And then once again hitting perfect. And we just want to get this ball to bounce centre fairway, and the backspin will check the ball up very, very nicely towards the top portion of the fairway, and anywhere around there is absolutely fine. Second shot, once again, you don't have to have the sniper, the Viper will work as well. Finding medium distance of the club, and then we are going to apply some backspin. And once again, with the ball guide that you have, whether it's this ball guide, anything better or worse, just got to try and read it as best you can. 2 bars of backspin is what I settle on, I think. Just less than 2 bars maybe. But look at where the second bounce is. That'll give you a good reference here. In the end, I adjust this medium distance with 10% elevation. So medium distance plus 10 for elevation. And then we hit the all-important perfect ball. As you can see, the ball bounces up, and we have this camera angle where it stays zoomed out. It just sneaks in right edge, just glances the pin, but very nice for the eagle. Maybe 2 bars of backspin would have been a little bit more appropriate instead. Finally, onto hole 9, and we're going to show you a very safe route with a katana. We don't need anything more than that. 4.5 bar topspin, 3 bars side spin to the right. Setting up at max distance with extra mile 6, and the adjustment here is max plus 20. If you do have lower level extra mile, once again, you can stretch out, find that position, and see how many rings you need to push up afterwards. Going with half a ball of curl to the right, could go with slightly more, to be honest, but this is fine as it is, perfect ball, and you'll see we have plenty of room there. We don't really want to push it any closer, that's absolutely fine, and we're finding centre fairway and getting a little roll down there as well. So that was max 20 there, max plus 20. Big dog needed though for the second shot, just to make sure if we hit a great left we're not going to go short. 3 bars of side spin to the right, and then we need half a bar of top spin. I do a bit of faffing around here trying to find the top spin that I want, but just get the second bounce so it is nicely over there. It doesn't need to be massively over there. As long as you are clearing the rough, it's absolutely fine. And here I'm adjusting maximum distance, 20% elevation. So max plus 20. And then we're just looking at the ball getting safely to the eagle here, not trying an albatross at all. Just take the eagle and go. Some curl to the right to bring the ball in because the wind is pushing us the other direction. Could have gone with more curl, to be honest, but even then we're still holding green for a nice eagle putt. Good luck everyone, thanks for watching, bye for now.